Kenya. Tamu sana. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yesterday, we had the Pandora Papers. And then a day before that, we had a leaked letter from Deputy President William Ruto to the Catholic Church, just making it clear that he's ready for a negotiation with President Uhuru Kenyatta. That was about 2 days ago. So today, if you have a look at an extract of the Standard newspaper, it paints a picture that they perceived, or rather, the reconciliation, the one that William Ruto desperately wants, might be a tall order. It might be something that might not be realized anytime soon. Because if you go through this extract, it seems to appear that President Uhuru Kenyatta had reached a point that he was totally fed up with the Deputy President, William Ruto. So in this video right now, I want us to have a look at this extract, after which, as usual, we shall see what it means politically going forward to 2022 elections. Let's have a look at the extract as reported by the Standard newspaper. State House sources say that deep down and in private trusted circles, Uhuru seethed with anger. He particularly took umbrage with the fact that he had to check with Ruto and to clear with him first on every decision and announcement that he made, even within State House. He had his own spies reporting to him the goings-on in detail. State House sources say. Yes. From this extract, ladies and gentlemen, I think the Standard newspaper is just trying to paint a picture, or rather to leak an information they might have been given from some other inside sources from State House, that Uhuru Kenyatta, the president, was actually fed up with William Ruto. Because for every appointment, even in State House, or rather anything that was happening in government, William Ruto wanted the president to inform him, even in State House itself. So I tend to believe that it had reached a point where Uhuru Kenyatta was actually fed up with this deputy. So Uhuru, in one way or the other, was trying to find a way of cutting links with his deputy. Yes. I think that's what the Standard is trying to say or to portray. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, for quite some times now, the Catholic Church, they've been calling for a reconciliation between Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. But maybe the Catholic Church or the bishop, they don't know that this thing might have started some years back, some times back, and it has been piling bit by bit, to a point that now Uhuru Kenyatta felt fed up, because anything he was to do, he had to consult William Ruto. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I just want us to really look, or rather see, what this really portends for the reconciliation and for 2022 politics and William Ruto politics. Yes, that's our analysis and discussion today. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. In the 48 Laws of Power, a book by an American author, Robert Greene, we are told that never outshine or outsmart your boss. And any leader who outsmarts his boss, the consequences are always dire, very dire. And in the case of France, we had King Louis XIV. So during the time of King Louis XIV administration, we had a leader by the name of Nicolas Fouquet. Nicolas Fouquet was serving more or less as a finance minister in King Louis XIV administration. So when the Prime Minister, Jules Mazarin, died, during those days, the king appointed, or rather used to appoint, a Prime Minister to act on his behalf. So the Prime Minister at that time in France passed on. So it was incumbent upon King Louis XIV to appoint a new Prime Minister. And the person who best fitted the bill was none other than Nicolas Fouquet, the finance minister. Because Nicolas was very popular and he was actually loved by the people. So Nicolas felt he was the right person to be picked for the post of the Prime Minister. But the king had other motives, because historians tell us that Nicolas' popularity had grown so much to a point the king felt a little bit threatened. So the king instead abolished the post of the Prime Minister. Yes. So Nicolas Fouquet felt that maybe his relationship with the king was growing cold. So he organized a lavish party at his newly built castle and invited the king. And during that occasion, everybody who stood to speak heaped praises on Nicolas Fouquet. And the young king was there, seated and just listening, feeling a little bit inferior. The following day, the king ordered for the arrest of Nicolas Fouquet. He was sent to a very isolated prison in France, and actually, he died in prison after about 20 years. So the party that actually Nicolas Fouquet had organized to endear himself to the king made things worse. It made the king even feel more inferior, even more threatened. Yes, that's what historians tell us. So in the 48 laws of power, we are told and advised that never outshine the master. Never outshine the master. Even if you are more brilliant and even more experienced than your master, always make the master feel more brilliant and more comfortable, and you will attain the heights of power. In this case, ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto made the president, Uhuru Kenyatta, feel a little bit insecure and a little bit uncomfortable. So the rude hand of history, or the rude hand of fate, has conspired and most likely is going to deal with William Ruto very, very ruthlessly. Let me say here authoritatively that the reconciliation that William Ruto is trying to seek right now is done and dusted. There will be no reconciliation. The damage has been done. And William Ruto must now prepare to face the consequences. He has to prepare. Because largely, ladies and gentlemen, in 2013, William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta came to power. And more or less the same, these two individuals or personalities were acting more or less as co-presidents in 2013. Uhuru appointed half of the cabinet, Ruto appointed half of the cabinet. And we could see them donning matching outfits. And William Ruto became so powerful that Kenyans actually thought and felt that he was the one ruling this country. Yes. So I tend to believe that that might have made Uhuru insecure. Even though Uhuru was painting a picture that everything was good, deep within himself, he was not comfortable with that kind of an arrangement. So that's a lesson to maybe Kenyan leaders and even future leaders, that even if you are in some kind of a coalition, please, we can only have one leader at a time. We can only have one leader at a time. Let the president be the president. If you do that, you will just attain the reins of power. So if you now look at history, we can accurately confirm here and predict here that in 2022, William Ruto most definitely will not be the president. And he will be very lucky if he will be allowed to contest for the presidency in 2022. He will be a very lucky man, and his gods will be wide awake. So as we head towards 2022, there are coalitions being formed. My only advice to these leaders forming this coalition, that form a coalition strictly to get power in 2022. Post that, you can't really predict, or that is not known. So form a coalition specifically to win election in 2022. Post 2022, that one only God knows. But after forming your coalition, don't give some unrealistic demands from the leader who will emerge victorious. Let that leader be the president and lead the country. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, for today, let me leave it there. Just as I did indicate when we were starting. If you've bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. To those who are watching us outside of Kenya for the very, very first time, drop a comment and let us also know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. Drop a comment. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very, very much humbled with the kind of support you are giving me here. Continue giving these videos likes. Continue dropping your comments, because that's the only way we can reach a wider audience. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana. Tamu sana is tamu sana.